They either have a degree or two or three, or they know nothing about anything.
You tell her to get away from me. She's crazy.
Change about the Constitution.
They want to radically transform it. The leader of this effort, a man named Mark Meckler, formerly head of Tea Party Patriots, now head of the Convention of States efforts, has said that they seek to roll back 115 years of progressivism. Now, that sounds like big talk for a guy in a bar or something, but the fact of the matter is they have been steadily doing this. Our side has not been paying adequate attention. And if the Republicans manage to get hold of Congress, and Mike Johnson is the Speaker of the House, he's a deep supporter. He unites both those wings of the Republican Party, the fossil fuel billionaires with the theocrats. And he will, I believe, and so does Common Cause and others who study this, convene such a convention. So this is something that would take away, has the potential in the various amendments they've proposed to undermine the fiscal basis of Social Security and Medicare, to undermine long established civil rights protections, to take away our capacity to protect the environment. So it could not be more serious. And it's something that needs much more attention from all of us.
What do they want to change about the Constitution?
They want to radically transform it. The leader of this effort, a man named Mark Meckler, formerly head of Tea Party Patriots, now head.
So, and I think that this is the direction that we're going in, and they're winning when it comes to this stuff. What she's saying is they want to undo 150 years of progressivism, you know, Voting Rights Act, civil rights. I mean, you name it. They're coming forward. Medicare, Social Security, you know, food stamps, SNAP benefits, all of these programs that have come out, they are trying to undo all of that stuff.
Stuff that they never could afford. Is you talking about? I mean, they wasn't responsible with the monies that they did get in there. And I think that's one of the biggest problems of them all, because there's no reason for any of those programs to fail when they're being, funded by the people. But because those things have been mishandled, the wrong all these corporations have, are prospering, and you could easily invest in those companies and reproduce things for the people. But because that was not the intention, that's not what, of course, they always tell you, this is what it's for. This is for you. This is a great thing. Blah, 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 blah. Give us your money. But then it turns out to what it is now. So I
think that goes back to the Noam Chomsky quote we just played earlier, where it's like, they make it not work so that they can.
Yes, and some people say, hey, it's a failure. Let's change this. Let's look. I mean, maybe even to some extent you have to totally get rid of it, because at this time trying to make legislation in it worsens it.
Older folks rely on Social Security to survive.
Social Security flat out is not welfare. It is an investment that people have paid for their entire life. And if they decide to not give me that money back, I believe we should start a class action lawsuit and sue the government for every penny of it.
Yeah. I think that is definitely an approach. That's one way to kind of
that has been my investment fund.
Yeah, I mean
and I lost all my private money. All my private investments were gone in COVID. Another creation of the government.
So,
or at least of a government.
Well, and then not to say, I mean, because I think a lot of people forget that George Bush II actually was stealing money from our. I say steal because we didn't necessarily have an option, but they definitely was taking money from Social Security to fund the war in Iraq.
Dude, the
And-
Republicans took $35 million, Kenneth Starr, just to prove that Clinton got a little yum-yum in the office.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ridiculous things. I mean, we can go into more recent.
Pelosi used 67 million or
against
something
Trump.
like that to go against Trump 9 months before he actually did the thing that he got slapped over.
Well, no, I mean, we go back to the Russian collusion. The Russian collusion that they now know that Hillary Clinton was a part of and not Trump. So they purposely was spending the Democratic Party, all of them together, Pelosi and the rest of them, voted that they was not going to give in, and they kept spending. Like, it's really just money to steal from us. And that's like,
No, that's absolutely what it is. Stealing money, appropriating money from Social Security is the definition of stealing directly from the American people.
Yeah, most definitely.
And the sad thing is, after this big boom of babies starts dying off, where we've been having less babies and stuff like that, Social Security would have completely righted itself again had they left the original investments in it, which is why the compound interest has not taken it up and over that hill. It's because the money's not been there to keep compounding the interest.
Well, no, I mean, the first of all, the investments were totally bad. Like, I mean, we have individuals that's trillionaires right now. So how is it that these people, if you can follow the money and do the right thing, they already look at what Pelosi's husband makes money, because they know where they're going to.
I'm specifically and only talking about Social Security and how it is not handled by a government agency at all. It is the largest government private contract that we have.
Looks like we got us another hit.
Treatment. And I'm not going to ask again, just this last time.